Hello, everybody. Let me wipe the screen. I feel like it's dirty. Hello, everybody. I'm back. I'm currently getting ready for classes, but it doesn't start until like 3, and it's like 1. So I should be done with this look about like 1:30, so I can get dressed. And then I was thinking of maybe getting Caribou before class, because I feel like I need that boost. Because they have this this boosted. It's really called boosted. Like black peach tea or something. I don't remember what the name is. I just fucking order it. And it's good. And so I think that's what I'm gonna do. Then I have to go to classes, obviously. It's for my senior thesis, and it's just like an hour long class. So I'm like, I feel like this class could so easily be online. Like a lot of classes could easily be online, but it's just, I feel like professors just want to have something in person, I guess. So whatever. um, but last night, oh my gosh. I don't even know like what to say, because last night was just horrible. Well, not horrible. So basically what I did was on Sunday, I woke up like at like 9 p.m. Yes, 9 p.m. like at night. So I woke up around then, and then I was like, okay, I'll just stay up, do some homework, get some things done, and then I'll go to bed around, I don't know. I was thinking 6 a.m. because I was like, I'll be able to like work off of like 3 hours of sleep, because that's usually how I operate anyways. So yeah, that was the plan. I got ready, and not ready. I got ready for bed at like I don't know, like 5, and then I hopped into bed at like 5:30. And then next thing you know, I was up until like 9 like 30, and that's when I was like, oh shit, like I have to get ready for class, and I'm still up. And then so I was like, oh fuck. Oh my god, it just threw off my entire fucking schedule for the day, because I was just so fucking tired for like the entire fucking day. And I was like, oh my gosh, why the fuck did I do this? And I was like, oh, maybe I can like take a nap or something. And I was like, how am I gonna have time to take a fucking nap? Because like I have classes like back to back, basically. Well, not back to back. My first class like ends at like 1:45. And then my next class starts at 1, not 1:30, like what, like 3 o'clock. And so I had time to nap then, I think. But at the same time, it's like I had to work. So I did some stuff for work during that break period. And then I went to class. We did some critiques. And he let us out like 2 hours early, because it's a studio class. So it takes like 3 hours. And so I was like, oh, Slate, like this is only... Okay, let me move you guys, because I feel like the mirror is getting all the attention right now. So I was like, oh, Slate, like early release, that means I can like, I don't know, like fucking go take a nap or something, because I'm so fucking tired. Like I was running off of that, like I got Caribou again yesterday, and I got the boosted thing again, so it really helped with the caffeine. But then I also had like an Alani, I think that's what it's called. Like it's like, I don't know, it's I imagine it's something that like moms, like white moms drink before like a workout or something, I don't know. But I had one with me, so I was like, I'll crank it out when I feel tired. And then so I went to the student lounge, and I was like, okay, I'll just chill here. I'll take a quick like 1 hour nap, because I've done it before in the student lounge, in public, whatever the fuck. Like, what has to be done has to be done. So I was like, okay, whatever the fuck. But then I was like, oh no, like I actually have some things to do. Like, well, it's not like do, but I was just like, I just want to get out of the way, because I know there's something big due this weekend. We have like a literature review or something for my senior thesis. And so I was like, okay, let me just get like an annotation out of the way. But the annotation was like 20 fucking pages. And so I spent 2 hours doing that instead of fucking napping like I wanted to. And then so my next class starts at 6:15. And so by the time I finished my annotation, it was like 5:30, and I was like, fuck, dude. I was so fucking tired. I opened up that fucking Alani or whatever the fuck, and I started drinking that at fucking 6:30, not 6:30, like at like 5:30. So I was like, what the fuck? And then I had my UX class, which isn't like horrible usually, but like this time around we have like a whole like app wireframe, not wireframe, like a whole app mock-up due. And my team and I haven't been slacking, but we've definitely put it on the back burner. And so we literally spent the entire class hour just like working on that, and like, dude, it was so stressful. I had like bubble guts. It was horrible. It's not like from like things that I've eaten that day. It was just because of anxiety. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is like too much, you guys. But then we ended up getting like some feedback from our professor, and he was like, okay, you know what, you guys are actually on the right track. Because before we were like, according to him at least, we were like behind, and we were like, oh fuck, like I didn't know we were moving that fast. And then so we like picked up the pace, and like all three of us just like cranked it out in like that class hour. And he was like, okay, like you guys were previously in like C territory, but now you've like bumped it up to like B plus to A minus territory. And we were like, okay, so like that's better, because we were freaking out a little bit during the entire class period. And he usually like comes to our table first because we're the closest to him, but this time around he went the other way. And so we were anxious the entire class period until he finally came to our table and was like, okay, you know what, you guys, like you guys are actually like on the right track now. And we are like, oh my gosh, like he's usually like pretty chill as well, so it's like it was nice, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I usually don't like stress about it too much, but then my teammates were, so I was like, oh man, maybe I should stress. But then afterwards, I was just like, oh, you know, fuck it, we ball or whatever the fuck. And then so yeah. And then after that, that was like, we like stayed after until like 8, which is when the class is supposed to end, like 8. But he usually lets us out like 15 minutes early because he understands that like it's a late fucking class, and like nobody wants to fucking stay there for that long, and he probably doesn't want to stay that long either. So he just lets us leave 15 minutes early, which I'm like, you are like a godsend, honestly. Where is it? Oh my gosh. What the fuck? Oh! You know what? I'll deal with that later. I'm not in the mood. Like, I'm not in the mood. Like, everything in my bag just spilled out, and I'm just not in the mood to clean it up. Like, it is what it is. um... And then yeah, so we stayed after for a little bit, and me and my team kind of talked about like our game plan and stuff. And so we basically have Wednesday to finish it up, which is tomorrow. But I'm not gonna be there because I have to go to some fucking career fucking thing on like what, East or West Bank. I don't know what's the difference, but I have to go, and so I'm planning on like finishing my part like either tonight or like early tomorrow. Um and then we have to like have it in by like Sunday or something. Like we have to do our own like personal written evaluations and stuff. And yeah. So that is the UX class. And then my mom texted me and was like, we have no food at home. And so me and my friend, we went to a restaurant that's on campus, and we talked for a little bit. And then by the time everything was done and said, I came home and it was like almost like 9:30. And I was like, okay, do I have time for a nap? And I was like, no, like don't nap. Just like eat your food and then do some work and then go to bed. And then so that's what I basically did. I ate my food, I did some work, and then I got ready for bed, and I like probably climbed into bed at like 1:30. I don't know. It was I was like delirious at that point because it was more than 24 hours, and I was just like, yeah. Yeah. Your girl was out of it. And then so I was like planning on maybe waking up at like exactly 1, because that's usually when I try to get ready for class. But then I like woke up at 11 and I couldn't go back to sleep because I guess I was well rested. So I just like went on Reels for a little bit. And this time my Reels was actually being like pretty nice to me and like recommending me stuff that wasn't like fucking like redneck. Not redneck, but like people just like being haters and just hating on everything. So it was really nice to see like comment sections like actually like enjoying the content rather than them just being like, oh, you're fucking like, are you fucking stupid? So it was really nice to like kind of wake up to that and just have that little like mental break before I basically have to get to class. And then so today, yeah, it's gonna be senior thesis. And then I think I have to do something for portfolio, my portfolio class. And so I think I have to like make a website or something. And the way that I'm saying that just makes it sound like I'm gonna have to like code everything, but no, it's just me like going on like a, I don't know, like Squarespace or ReadyMag or something and just like do a quick thing for my website. But I don't think I have the time to do that this week because I have an animation, so I was gonna set that aside to do during spring break. And then, so I was just gonna make like a really high fidelity wireframe in Figma and then save the rest for like spring break because spring break is when I'm going to be able to do a lot more to it, and I want to make sure I spend like a good amount of time, but at the same time I have to have things ready for tomorrow because I'm getting my portfolio reviewed by someone like in the agencies and stuff, and so I have to have like some pieces ready. I'm planning on only bringing like 3 like major pieces, but like when I was talking to someone else in my class, they're like, oh yeah, I'm like bringing fucking everything, and I'm like, oh my god. Yeah. And I was like, fuck, am I supposed to do that? So I'm gonna check in with like another person from my class today and see if what they're gonna do, and if the consensus is like, oh, I'm gonna bring like fucking everything, then I guess I'll just bring everything, like. But yeah, that's the deal. So I have to print that out, but I'm thinking I'll just print it out tomorrow because then I have to like transport it home and stuff, and it's just, I'm probably gonna leave it at home. And so yeah. Oh yeah, and then I also had like a presentation for during my morning class yesterday, my 11 to 1 class. We had to present our pasta boxes, so this is what I did. I would have showed y'all, but yeah, so this is basically what the box looks like, and then here's the inside. Flaps open, and yeah, so it's supposed to just be a pasta box. And there's a lot of like cool stuff that was being made, so it was really fun to see what people came up with. And now I think we're moving on to a new project. So tomorrow we're gonna learn what that project is. But I already have like some ideas of what to do. I just have to think more because it's gonna be like a product line. So you're supposed to make 3 objects that would be in the product line, and so I don't know. I'm thinking of maybe my first project, you guys, as you guys know, it was perfume. And then so I'm thinking for this line, I may do something like food related because I don't know, like I think it'd be a lot more interesting to do so. But I just, like I said, I mean, I have some ideas, but they're not like fleshed out by any means, you know? So I'm like, we'll have to see where the road takes me. Which is basically when we come back from break. And I'm hoping to get at least like some things done during break. Like I think that's going to be my catch-up time. Because right now it just feels like I'm just like doing things as they come, and it just feels like super stressful. Because usually I'm like on top of things, which I like to be, but since I've been doing that like freelance work, and then on top of that doing actual work, and then doing school work, and since it's like basically my senior year, it's like been a lot more stressful than like my first semester, I suppose. And then not like my first semester, like the semester before this. So like and so it feels like, yeah, I'm like trailing behind, but right now my freelance work is basically done and over with, I think. There might be some opportunities like in the future, but for right now, I basically have everything finalized and they are happy with the results, so I'm happy with that. And so now I'm just in the process of getting paid, and it's been great. It's been great, let me just say. And then as for work, the work has slowed down just a little bit, and my contract ends in like March. And then so we'll see if they want to keep me or not. For some reason I'm like doubting they want to keep me, but we'll have to see. Because I don't know, it's not like I'm not doing good work. I mean, I'm like putting in my best, but at the same time it's like they do have like another designer on the line. They have but like they're like abroad right now, and so it's highly doubtful that they're gonna keep me because that designer has been with them for longer. And so yeah, but we'll have to see. I mean, I try to be optimistic about these things, but at the same time I have to be realistic, you know. It's not like I'm gonna live in like delusion land and be like, oh my gosh, like they love me so much they're gonna like keep me on the payroll just cause. That's not reasonable to think at all. And so I am trying to keep my, you know, my delusions in check, if you will. And then so yeah, I mean, but it's not like, I mean, I got what I needed from them, which is that like my internship requirement. But at the same time, I really like working for them. Let me not try to like speak in past tense when things have not been like settled yet. But I do like working for them, and I hope they keep me. But at the same time, it's like I'm not really the one that makes that call, you know. And so we will have to see. But I do like the work that I do for them, and it's a lot of fun because like I get a lot of creative whatchamacallit creative like freedom, and it feels nice to just have like be given a brief and some inspiration stuff and then just be able to do whatever you want. It feels really nice. um because a lot of the times now, within my classes, we're like required to do things a certain way, and it just feels stressful, so it's really nice to have that like freedom, you know. But yeah, the money has been nice too. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I'm kind of more focused on the experience I'm getting. So I don't know what that says about me, but yeah. Like I sometimes forget that I get paid for things because it's not like I do things like freelance all the time, but like I'm usually like, I don't know. I usually just don't expect payment because most of the design work I've done thus far is for like assignments and stuff. And so you don't really get paid for that. If you did, I'd be a fucking millionaire, you know? And so it feels really nice to have like my design work like be compensated. Which is kind of strange to say, but you know, I'll take what I can get. And one of my friends, like, she is a really good designer, but like for some reason, she just does things like freelance, and like she's like, I don't want to like put words in her mouth, but like that motherfucker is like struggling. Like she tells me every single day that she's like fighting for her life right now, and I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, like you put in so much work, and design is like time intensive that you could be easily like putting into like getting money. And so I was like, girl, you gotta like get paid for this shit because this because now that I'm being paid, I'm like, I want other people to be paid for their fucking labor. And so I'm like, girl, you need to like find jobs that be paying you. Like it's nice that she does like volunteer work. Because most of it is just for like student organizations, which probably does not have like a big budget compared to like, you know, like actual like school um groups and stuff. But at the same time, it's like, girl, come on, come on. I think she does have a job actually, but like I don't think like she gets a lot of work out of that job either. It's like a pretty like low key job. But yeah. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do for the summer personally, like for my job prospects. I'm thinking of just doing what I did last summer and just not having a job. And just try to lower my spending habits and just focus on like really tightening everything up for my senior year. And then my senior year, I'll start like at the beginning, hopefully, I'll start like applying for jobs and stuff so I can at least have something lined up by the time I get out of school. But we will have to see. I'll be honest with you, I'm just thinking of like just like taking that like break, just taking a break right after I graduate. Because it has been a toll. Like this semester has been, I don't want to say horrible because that sounds like it's a hyperbole, but no, it's been horrible. Like I've been like so stressed out. It's crazy, and I'm just trying to manage it, but at the same time it's like it's hard to manage things when things just are being thrown at you. And I'm like 100% sure there's like someone out there that's like witnessing like the most horrendous shit compared to me. But at the same time, it's like I'm experiencing what I'm experiencing, and I do not like it, and I'm trying to cope in the best way I can. And that is just how it has to be. I don't know. So I'm thinking, yeah, after I finish everything up for my senior year, I'm gonna try to take it slow, which I'm not sure if that's the right move to do. I'm just gonna do it because if I don't, I'm like 100% sure I'm gonna like end up like offing myself. So that is what my plans are, and if it works out, it works out, and if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But we'll have to see. Like a year from me, like a year from now, not a year from now, but a couple months from now, I might be like on a different uh thinking pattern or whatever the fuck. So we'll just have to see. I recorded like 12 extra minutes and my fucking MacBook just decided not to film it. I don't know what the issue is. I used to be able to film like hour-long videos with no interruptions on this fucking MacBook. For some reason it's just not doing that. And so I'm just gonna end the video here. I didn't really like talk about much after that. And so yeah. Peace out.